Hello students, as we are studying the reconstruction of partnership firm, in that admission of a partner, this chapter already we are started, right? Now what is the meaning of admission of a new partner? When the new partner is joining the firm of a existing partnership firm, then it is known as what? Admission of a partner. And when the new partner join the business, then what are the changes has done in the partnership firm? It is in the 5 step. That what are that changes? First, change in the PSR, it means change in the profit sharing ratio. Then second, change in capital. Third, change in goodwill. Fourth, change in the value of asset. Fifth, change in the value of liabilities. When we study all these 5 topics, it means we can solve the question of admission of a partner. In that, change in the profit sharing ratio already completed, and the second, change in the capital, and third is what? Change in the goodwill. In that, how to calculate the goodwill according to the two methods, that is the average profit method and the second is the super profit method, right? Now how to record that goodwill in the books of account, that we will study now. It means calculation of a goodwill, how to calculate the goodwill, that already we are completed. Now how to record that calculated goodwill in the books of accounts, it means how to journalize the entry, right? How to maintain the entries in the books, that we will study now in, right? Now treatment of goodwill, for that two methods are given. First method is premium method and the second one is valuation method. Now premium method, it means what? Under this method, new partner bring his share of goodwill in cash on kind. It means what? Whenever the new partner join the business, whatever he has to give to the goodwill in the form of a goodwill, that will be in the cash or in kind. In kind, it means he can give the assets, right? याचाच अर्थ काय? तर ज्यावेळेस नवीन पार्टनर बिझनेस जॉईन करतो, त्यावेळेस तो जे काही गुडविलच्या रूपाने, गुडविलच्या नावाने देतो, मग एकतर ते पैसे असतील किंवा एकतर ते ॲसेट्स असेल किंवा प्रॉपर्टी असेल, बरोबर? मग त्या बुक्समध्ये रेकॉर्ड कशा करायच्या? त्याच्या 2 मेथड आहे. पहिली मेथड आहे प्रीमियम मेथड आणि दुसरी मेथड आहे व्हॅल्युएशन मेथड. आता त्या प्रीमियम मेथडच्या अंडर 3 ट्रीटमेंट आहे. कोणत्या? The first is when new partner bring his share of goodwill in cash and it is retained in the business. It means what? New partner bring the cash in the form for the goodwill. याचाच अर्थ जो कोणी नवीन पार्टनर असतो, सपोज A and B are in the partnership firm and the C is admitted in the partnership firm. म्हणजे A आणि B च्या पार्टनरशिप फर्ममध्ये C हा नवीन पार्टनर बिझनेस जॉईन करतोय. मग सीला सांगितलं जातं की गुडविल म्हणून तू आम्हाला 30,000 रुपये द्यायचे. आम्हाला म्हणजे कोणाला? तर पार्टनरशिप फर्मला, बरोबर? मग सी काय करतोय की तो गुडविलच्या नावाने 30,000 रुपये पार्टनरशिप फर्मला देतोय. आणि हे 30,000 रुपये जे त्याने दिलेत, हे पैसे पार्टनरशिप फर्ममध्येच राहतात, म्हणजे ते बिझनेससाठी यूज केले जातात. म्हणजेच काय होणार आहे? तर 10 वर्ष जुना जो काही पार्टनरशिप फर्म आहे, ए आणि बीने जो नाव मार्केटमध्ये कमवलेलं आहे, त्यामध्ये सी आता जॉईन होतोय, बरोबर? तो त्याचं गुडविल पैशाच्या रूपात देतोय. मग तो जे काही 30,000 रुपये देईल, ते 30,000 रुपये कोणाच्यात वाटले जातील? तर पार्टनर्समध्ये डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केले जातील, राईट? सो दॅट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ वेन न्यू पार्टनर ब्रिंग इज शेअर ऑफ गुडविल इन कॅश अँड इट इज रिटेन इन द बिझनेस. म्हणजे तो जे काही पैसे आणेल, ते पैसे कोण वाटून घेणार आहे बिझनेसमध्येच? तर पार्टनर्स, ओल्ड पार्टनर्स. मग ते तुम्ही बुक्समध्ये कसं रेकॉर्ड करणार आहात? देन यू हॅव टू पास द 2 एंट्रीज विच आर दे. ही गिव्स द कॅश, राईट? So cash and bank account debit as the real account, and 2 goodwill account being goodwill bought by a new partner, and it is retained. It means it will be not withdrawn by the old partner. It is in the business. आणि हे कोणाला मिळेल? तर त्या 2 पार्टनरला बिझनेसमध्येच राहणार आहे. मग ते काय होणार? गुडविल अकाउंट डेबिट टू ओल्ड पार्टनर्स कॅपिटल किंवा करंट अकाउंट. जर करंट असेल तर करंट अकाउंट, कॅपिटल असेल तर कॅपिटल अकाउंट, राईट? दोन्ही एंट्री जर तुम्ही चेक केल्या, तर सी इन दॅट फर्स्ट एंट्री द गुडविल अकाउंट इज क्रेडिटेड अँड सेकंड एंट्री गुडविल अकाउंट इज डेबिटेड. बोथ डेबिट अँड क्रेडिट द कॅन्सल अँड द फायनल इफेक्ट इज वॉट? कॅश अँड बँक अकाउंट डेबिट टू old partners capital account. That is the first treatment. Now what is the second treatment? When the new partner brings his share of goodwill in cash and it is withdrawn by old partners. It is withdrawn by old partners. It means what? That money, whatever is in the form of a goodwill in the business, that is to be withdrawn by the old partner. It means it is taken by the old partners. ओल्ड पार्टनर काय करणार आहे? नवीन पार्टनरने जे काही गुडविलच्या नावाने पैसे दिलेले आहेत ते पैसे ते बिझनेसमध्ये न वापरता ते बिझनेसमधनं काढून स्वतःच्या दोघांमध्ये वाटून घेणार आहे. राईट. इट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ वेन न्यू पार्टनर ब्रिंग हिज शेअर ऑफ गुडविल इन कॅश and it is withdrawn by old partners. See that when the new partner bring his share of goodwill in cash, the first part will be the same. So the entry will be cash and bank account debit to goodwill account as the goodwill brought in by the business. Goodwill account to old partners capital. Being goodwill first, it is distributed to the old partners and then old partners are withdrawing. It means old partners are taking money from the business which is comes as in the form of a goodwill. So old partners capital account debit to cash and bank account. Now see the entry when the word is withdrawn is given. It means no goodwill amount will be existed in the books of accounts. First entry cash and bank account debit to goodwill. Second goodwill to old partner is mean first entry goodwill credited, second entry goodwill debited. So debit credit effect will be 0. Now what is the entry? Cash and bank account debit to old partners capital account. Now see the third entry, old partners capital account debit to cash and bank. Right? It means cash and bank debit, cash and bank credit, 0 effect. Old partners debit, old partner credit, 0 effect. It means no existence of goodwill. The goodwill will be not existed in the books of accounts. And what is the third treatment? When new partner brings up share of goodwill in cash and it is paid to partners privately, it means it is not affected to the business. नवीन पार्टनर म्हणतो मी येतो, मी गुडविलचे जे काही पैसे ते कॅशमध्ये देतो, पण तो त्या बिझनेसच्या संदर्भात देईल का? नाही. इट इज गिवन बाय द प्रायव्हेटली, म्हणजेच त्याचा बिझनेसशी संबंध असणार नाही. सो दॅट एंट्री विल बी नॉट अपियर इन द बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स अँड दिस मेथड इज नोन ॲज वॉट? It is known as what? Premium method. Now see the second method, it is the valuation method. Under this method, new partner does not bring his share of goodwill, so all partners measures the goodwill of the firm and then it is raised in the books of firm at the time of admission of a new partner. It means what? The new partner is saying that what? I am not having the sufficient money to pay in for goodwill, right? याचाच अर्थ मी गुडविलच्या नावाने तुम्हाला काही पैसे देऊ शकत नाही कारण माझ्याकडे पैसे नाही आहे. तर दॅट टाईम द ओल्ड पार्टनर्स कॅल्क्युलेटेड द गुडविल ऑफ द फर्म अँड फ्रॉम द फर्म इटसेल्फ दे आर रेझिंग द मनी. म्हणजेच नवीन पार्टनर येतो आहे, त्याच्याकडे टॅलेंट आहे पण त्याच्याकडे पैसे नाही आहे. मग जुने पार्टनर्स काय करतात? पूर्ण फर्मचं गुडविल कॅल्क्युलेट करतात आणि त्यातनं नवीन पार्टनरचा जो काही शेअर येणार असेल तो शेअर बिझनेसच्या पैशांमधूनच उभा केला जातो. देन इट इज नोन ॲज वॉट? व्हॅल्युएशन मेथड. नाउ सी हाऊ टू रेकॉर्ड द व्हॅल्युएशन मेथड ऑफ गुडविल इन द बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स. When the new partner does not bring his share of goodwill in cash and it is raised in the books of firm. म्हणजेच काय? तर नवीन पार्टनर म्हणतो माझ्याकडे पैसे नाही आहे, मी पैसे देऊ शकत नाही, तुम्ही माझ्या नावाचं गुडविल बिझनेसमधनं ॲडजस्ट करा. राईट. इन दॅट टाईम what is the entry? Goodwill account debit to old partners. Now why here it is old partners given? Because it is not given by the new partner. Goodwill बिझनेसला मिळतं आहे, रिअल अकाउंट आहे, पण ते देणारे कोण आहे? ओल्ड पार्टनर्सच आहे कारण नवीन पार्टनर एकही रुपया देऊ शकत नाहीत. सो द एंट्री विल बी गुडविल अकाउंट डेबिट टू ओल्ड पार्टनर्स विच रेशो? ओल्ड रेशो. बिंग गुडविल रेज इन द बुक्स ऑफ द फर्म अँड गुडविल विल अपियर इन द न्यू बॅलन्स शीट ऑन ॲसेट साईड. याचाच अर्थ काय? तर या ट्रान्झॅक्शनमध्ये गुडविल हे ॲज अन ॲसेट्स म्हणून जी काही नवीन बॅलन्स शीट बनवली जाईल त्या बॅलन्स शीटमध्ये गुडविल दाखवलं जाईल. इट मीन्स ॲज द गुडविल इज not having the zero effect and goodwill is raised itself by the business itself by the old partners, so the goodwill account will be appear in the answer balance sheet. It means the new balance sheet on the assets side. Second effect, when goodwill is raised and write off. It means what? Goodwill raised अँड इट्स राईट ऑफ, म्हणजे नवीन पार्टनर्सच्या नावाने गुडविल वाढवलेलं आहे, पण ते गुडविल राईट ऑफ करून टाकलं. ज्या पद्धतीने ॲसेट्स राईट ऑफ, पेटंट्स राईट ऑफ केले जातात, इट्स सेम लाईक अ गुडविल राईट ऑफ. इट मीन्स द गुडविल इफेक्ट विल बी झिरो. गुडविल अकाउंट shows a zero balance. Goodwill account debit to all partners, capital account being goodwill raised in the books, as the first entry will be the same, and it is write off. It means all partners. Why now it is all partners? Because it is write off, and now in the business all three are the partners, so all partners capital account debit to goodwill account debit, goodwill account credit. The effect will be zero, right? Goodwill will not appear in the new balance sheet because the goodwill is write off. And third entry, when goodwill already appears in the books of the firm in the balance sheet, if already goodwill appears in the balance sheet and the new partner brings goodwill in cash, in such case, if the goodwill is revalued, the difference between revalued value of goodwill, its books value, is transferred to all partners capital current account as revaluation, right? Now all these are the treatment of goodwill. Now that's this third entry, when goodwill already appears in the books of the firm, that we will solve in the while solving the question. That time you will understand very well. Now fourth and fifth topic, that is the change in the value of assets and liabilities. It is known as what? Revaluation. Revaluation, it means what? ॲसेट्स आणि लायबिलिटीजची व्हॅल्यू पुन्हा चेक केली जाते ॲट द टाईम ऑफ ॲडमिटिंग ऑफ अ न्यू पार्टनर इन टू द पार्टनरशिप फर्म. That time it may be that unrecorded assets or unrecorded liability are to be recorded in the books of account, or at the time of a joining of a new partner into partnership firm, some assets value, some liabilities values are changing, and for this recording all this, the separate account is open and it is known as what? Revaluation account, or the second name is profit and loss adjustment account. म्हणजेच काय, तर ज्यावेळेस नवीन पार्टनर बिझनेस जॉईन करतो त्यावेळेस काही ॲसेट्स, काही लायबिलिटीज अशा असतात की ज्या रेकॉर्ड केलेल्या नसतात, ज्याची एंट्री बुक्समध्ये केलेली नसते. इट इज नोन ॲज वॉट? अनरेकॉर्डेड. कंपनीने 50,000ची मशिनरी घेतली आहे पण ती चुकून बुक्समध्ये दाखवली गेलेली नाही आहे. इट इज नोन ॲज वॉट? अनरेकॉर्डेड ॲसेट्स. असे ॲसेट्स रेकॉर्ड केले जातात किंवा काही ॲसेट्सच्या व्हॅल्यू चेंज होतात. समजा येणाऱ्या पार्टनरने 1 लाखाचं कम्प्युटर आणले, सो इट मीन्स वॉट? द 1 lakh कम्प्युटर इज ॲडेड, one assets is added to the business, so the assets value will be changed. So recording of all these, the separate account is open. It is known as what? Revaluation account or profit and loss adjustment account. But remember one thing, whatever is the changes in the assets and liabilities, and due to these changes, whatever is the profit or loss is earned or bear by the partnership firm, it is only for the old partners, not for the new partners. याचाच अर्थ काय, तर जे काही रिव्हॅल्युएशन अकाउंट बनवल्यानंतर किंवा प्रॉफिट अँड लॉस ॲडजस्टमेंट अकाउंट प्रिपेअर केल्यानंतर जो काही प्रॉफिट किंवा जो काही लॉस येईल त्याचा पार्ट नवीन पार्टनरला मिळणार नाही. त्याच्यामध्ये जे काही प्रॉफिट किंवा लॉस असेल ते कोणाला जाणार आहे? फक्त ओल्ड पार्टनर्सच शेअर करणार आहे. न्यू पार्टनरला त्यातला काही पार्ट मिळणार नाही, राईट? So this you will understand better when you are solving actual question. Now see the journal entries, how to record the change in the value of assets and liability. See that chart is given in the textbook page number 133, but better to remember these liabilities. You can remember very easily the journal entries through this, the ledger part, that is the format of revaluation, or the second name is what? Profit or loss account. See that when the value of assets is increases, you have the entry will be assets account debit to revaluation account. It means you have to record on the revaluation account credit side. Suppose if the machinery value of rupees 40,000, it increased to the 50,000. It means what? When the new partner joins the partnership firm, the assets, the machinery value which is having 40, it is increased to 50. It is increased by 10,000. So you will write here by machinery 10,000, right? Same way, when the creditors value from 30,000, it will goes to 40,000. You will record on the debit side to assets, to liability, it is 10,000. See, remember one basic idea. When assets increases, you have to record on the credit side. When liability increases, you have to record on the debit side. As the asset increase, you are recording on the debit credit side. Decrease, you have to record on debit side. Liability increase, you are recording in the debit side. Your liability decrease, you have to record on the credit side, right? And suppose if the new assets, if the unrecorded liability is there, on which side you will recording revaluation new liability. It means you have to record on the debit side liability, and unrecorded asset you have to record on the credit side. And after that, whatever is a profit or loss is there, you have to transfer it to the old partner's capital or current account. And by remember this whole chart, if the question is telling you to pass the journal entries, you can easily can pass. So how you can pass? See that here, increase in the assets on the credit side, right? So you can pass the journal entry, that is revaluation. You can pass machinery account debit rupees 10,000 to revaluation account. Suppose if the machinery is decreased by 10,000, what entry you will pass? Revaluation account debit to machinery account. Suppose creditors are increases by 10,000, right? What entry you will pass? Revaluation account debit to creditors account. If creditors decrease by 10,000, you can pass creditors account debit to revaluation account, right? So this way you can remember very easily the journal entries for recording the revaluation of assets and liabilities.